Woo, so that was a big one, but you'll be glad to know that composition and aggregation is going to be quite quick. So here is our example where we have our college class as usual, but colleges contain departments, and this solid diamond here is the composition operator that says that we have objects from the right-hand side class that are components of the left-hand side objects. So let's look at the translation to relations. We'll translate the college side as usual with the key attribute, college name, and the other attributes. And then, although this is an association, we're not going to have a separate class for it. We're going to have the right-hand side class have both the values of the objects in that class and the association captured together. So we'll have a relation called department, and it will have the department name and the building, and then it will also include the key of the object it belongs to. So in this case, that would be a college name. Now, if you think carefully about it, this translation actually makes a lot of sense and is consistent with what we've already done. We said when we introduced the notion of composition that we effectively have, by definition, a 1 ... 1 on the left-hand side of the composition. So if we treated this as a regular association, used our regular translation, and then used our rule that allowed us to get rid of association relations, we'd actually end up at exactly the same design. By the way, this is the last example where we have a class that's not one of those regular classes that require a key. We don't have to have a key for the right-hand side of a composition in order to have an automatic translation. Aggregation, by the way, was the case where we have the empty diamond, and that's implicitly a 0 ... 1 instead of 1 ... 1. We had an example with apartment buildings. I'm not going to bother to give that one again. But in that case where we have aggregation rather than association, all we need is the same design, but the ability for that key we're grabbing from the left-hand side to be null, and then everything works out fine. So to conclude, the data modeling portion of UML is a popular high-level language for database designs. It's graphical, and it can be translated automatically to relations as long as every regular class has a key, and that typically is the case.